All right, this could very well be a train wreck. I've got my dogs and my daughter in here. So I've got 5 things on the list to talk about. It is after 5 p.m. Shut that. 5 things on the list to talk about. It's after 5 p.m. because I wasted today playing a video game. I was supposed to be working all day today, but I thought, you know what? I haven't played a video game in a long time. Let's log into Steam and see what I have downloaded on my computer. So I did just that. 5 hours later into playing Heroes and Generals, I was like, what? Where did the time go? So I wasted today. So the second thing on my list is the biggest complaint from the cat stairs video was using walnut. So the last video I published on my main channel was the cat stairs, the one-day build cat stairs. I used walnut for the stringer and white oak for the steps. And it's always some weird little takeaway that the community picks up on. But the biggest complaint by far was that I used walnut for the stringer, which, you know, walnut's not cheap, but it's not too expensive either. I've had that board sitting around for a while from another project, so it wasn't any out-of-pocket cost. It was just an extra board. But a lot of people took objection to using walnut for a set of cat stairs, so that was interesting. What's funny about that is, if I was to have, instead of using walnut, if I was to use something like Bubinga instead, then everybody would jump on how fun it is to say the word Bubinga or something silly like that and not even have any complaint whatsoever about the cost of Bubinga. But walnut has that kind of stereotypical whatever. Can you put that back, please? No, you got to push it in the... There you go. Now shut the... Thank you very much. So, next thing on my list after that was I took all of last week off. That's a mallet, sweetie. Put that down. Took all of last week off to have daddy-daughter time with my daughter all week last week. Come here. You just want to be on the attention. Say hi. Look. Look, there you are. Say hi. Hi. Say I love you. Yeah. Blow him a kiss. There you go. You just like seeing yourself on camera, right? So anyway, I took all of last week off to spend time with her, and we spent a lot of time here in the shop. This is my water. Do you want my water? You can't drink it like that. What do you say? There you go. So we spent most of last week here in the shop. Of course, power tools off and all that good stuff like it is right now. And what is that? Is that your snoring voice? Yeah, I'm gonna set you down, okay? We don't need to stand up here. There you go. No. No. You want more water? Here you go. So we spent most of the last week in here, which was fun because I just let her kind of explore. And you're gonna spill that as you just spilt it. And where am I going with this? I said this was gonna be a train wreck. Spent most of the last week in here with her, and she likes to explore and investigate. So you guys remember the hand tool tote that I made earlier this year? I put it underneath. She's looking at the monitor. Who is that? Who is this? Is that Tyler K? I put the hand tool tote underneath the CNC machine and put a bunch of hardware in it, extra stuff for the CNC machine, extra clamps and all that good stuff. And I love you too. And she always likes to go underneath there. Now, right next to that tote of hardware is my set of metal sawhorses. They're the tough-built sawhorses, so they've got a bunch of pockets everywhere, basically. Anyway, so the other day I grabbed these sawhorses. Hey, you're stealing the show from me. Okay, you can steal the show all you want. So I grabbed the sawhorse, and I go take it to the other side of the shop. No, you want to stand back on the workbench? And I set the sawhorse sideways, and about 2 pounds of metal falls out. And guess who put all the screws, nuts, and bolts and all that stuff inside the sawhorses? And guess who came running to grab them, pick them up, and put them back in the bin where they belong? So I feel like there's going to be a lot of those little sabotage moments here in the shop that I encounter over the next couple weeks. But anyway, we had a lot of good daddy-daughter time last week, and it was fun to kind of like shut the internet off all last week and kind of like have some fun together. That's called she's playing with these inline bench dog things. it was kind of fun to kind of shut the internet off and just have some fun with family. Although it didn't look like I shut the internet off because I scheduled a bunch of posts for all my social media. So I use later.com to schedule all of my social media stuff for the most part. And I scheduled a bunch of stuff a long time ago for like tool reviews and tool stuff. I had a deadline to meet this past Sunday, the 18th of October. And it looked like I was just putting a bunch of tool stuff out there all at once, which I kind of was, but it was all scheduled stuff that I forgot about. So there's that. And next thing on my list is what I'm working on this week, other than today. I was supposed to be working on that today, but I got distracted, as I've already stated. And that is, I'm working on a built-in design for a trailer for a contractor here in town. So there's another contractor, the same contractor who put these plywood up when I got into this shop. He got a new trailer and he wants to outfit it a little bit better than his last one. So, we looked at we took some inspiration from Ron Polk's mobile trailer, and I don't know how loud that's going to be, but it's really loud, sweetie. Can we be a little bit quieter? Thank you so much. You're wonderful. That's how a screw works. You spin it and then throw it or drop it. So we looked at Ron Polk's, I think it's called ART, Awesome Rolling Toolbox. I believe that's what it's called. His trailer, basically, for inspiration. And then we took those concepts, some of those concepts, but mainly tailored it to his design, his trailer, what he values, which is a little bit differently than what Ron values. But so we went with a completely custom design, and we spent 6 hours yesterday, which is Tuesday, dimensioning all of that out in SketchUp and basically just getting everything in a wireframe model. So there's no sense of doing all of the plywood thickness and all of that craziness right off the bat. Right off the bat, just work with rectangles and I'm drinking all of my water. Rectangles and wireframe models so you can get it all to fit. And then from there, what I was supposed to be doing today is turn that wireframe model into a working design that I can use to cut on a CNC machine. So, you singing Twinkle Twinkle? So basically, I'm going to be cutting all the pieces on the CNC machine. I think it's going to be around 13 sheets of plywood. He thinks it's going to be close to 20 sheets of plywood. You just spilled a lot of that all over your shirt, but it's okay, it's water. And basically, I'll be running the CNC machine, cutting everything, handing off all the sheets to the assembly table for him and his wife to break down and actually assemble into sub-assemblies. So basically, all the little cabinets. Then from there, you want to get down? And from there, we will assemble it into the actual trailer. I guess I have to take a break for a second because I just knocked her shoe off. Okay, I got her shoe back on, and she's exploring again. So, all right, so where was I? The design on the trailer is hopefully going to be 100% done this week as far as the interior structure, the physical dimensions of all the pieces of plywood and all that stuff, all drawers and all that good stuff. And then by next week, Monday-ish, hopefully, we can start on the actual cutting and assembly. So I think it's going to be around 13 sheets of plywood. That was my guess. Ben thinks it's going to be around 20 sheets. So I don't know. It's going to be a lot of cutting, and hopefully we can just knock it out, batch it out. So I'm going to be running the CNC machine, knocking out as much as possible. Him and his wife are going to be cutting, assembling, breaking down the sheets off the CNC machine, cutting tabs, all that good stuff, and then assembling the pieces, the components, and then we can get it assembled and installed in the trailer. It would be very ambitious of us to get that all done in one day, but they're contractors. They're really good workers. So who knows, maybe 2 days, but it's going to be fun. I'm not going to record step by step or anything like that, but I do want to document it. So my plan is to set up a time-lapse camera, cutting the parts out, and narrate it, of course. I don't want to just have 10 minutes of CNC machine cutting. Of course, that's boring to watch. But hopefully I can document the SketchUp progress from wireframe to physical pieces, and then from there, I can do a time-lapse of the cutting, and then, of course, of the assembly, and then, of course, of the installation inside the trailer. So that's what we got going on this week. The last thing on my list is the last vlog video. I was down 30 pounds and now I'm down 35 pounds. So I started out at 208 in June and I'm down to 173 and I feel so good. My feet feel so much better. And just much more endurance going around doing stuff throughout the day. Also, I quit. So how did I get there? Most of the time, intermittent fasting in the morning, skipping breakfast, basically eating a late lunch. I'm naturally, if it's just me by myself, I'm naturally not hungry until about 12 to 1-ish, and by then I'm busy doing something, so I'm not going to eat till around 2-ish. So if it was up to me, I would eat lunch at 2 and then supper at 6, just basically 4 hours feeding window. And that's where I feel great myself, just myself. But of course, my family, it's not the most convenient thing in the world. And of course, days that I'm cooking breakfast, well, I'm not going to cook bacon for everybody else and then just serve them bacon and smell bacon and bacon. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, intermittent fasting most days, no drinking calories. I'm down to just water. And so there's no caffeine either. No coffee, no tea, no soda. And I tell you what, once I got used to this, my energy level is more stable and consistent throughout the day with no peaks and valleys. I'm not jacked up on caffeine like I used to get, and I'm not like crashing from caffeine and sugars like I used to get. So intermittent fasting most days, no drinking calories, no processed food as much as possible. I ate a hot dog the other day. And no carbohydrates, no sugars. So I'm doing the whole keto thing now. And I feel great. Like, no sugars throughout the day, just straight amount of energy. It is really, really nice and sustainable. I mean, like, I've got no cravings right now, which took a while because I was craving sugar for a long time before I finally kicked the habit completely. I think that's it. Tyler K., do you want to say bye-bye? What do you say? You don't have to say please. Oh, you're wanting my water again. You know, you spilled half of that on your shirt. You know, this cup's as big as your head. Oh, I'll drink some. I got it. I appreciate it. Is that delicious? Is that good? Say, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Say, yummy.
Right.
Say, mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Say, that's good. Hey, hold on. This is what we drink after she drinks her water. Why are you licking yourself? It drives mommy nuts. She'll grab her sippy cup and drink a little bit of water going, ah. Of course she's not doing it now. Anyway. Mm-mm. All right. All right, we got to say, I got you. I got your hips. Say, we got to say bye-bye. So tell everybody, look right here and say bye-bye. Look right here. What? You got to drink the water, girl. That's so silly. You spit water on my workbench. All right, say bye-bye to everybody.
Bye.
All right, now let me, and then I'll hold it. Now wave.
Water.
You're the one who put it there, not me. It's fine. It's not going to hurt you. Wave bye-bye to the people. Say bye-bye. Say I love you.
Bye.
Blow them a kiss. Bye-bye.